Hello everyone and welcome back. We are immediately back at the end of part 1 and we are about to jump into part 2 where we are going to be looking at the Dreadbear animatronics. So the chocolate Easter animatronics will move over to the side as we unbox the Dreadbear line. So the first one we are going to start with is this special edition Captain Foxy. Yar! That'd be Captain Foxy alright, yar! So a lot of these are from the Dreadbear DLC. Captain Foxy is not. He is in the main game of FNAF VR. And Foxy's always been a favourite of mine. You can see even in the back of it, it doesn't have Captain Foxy on there. This is just the generic Dreadbear line box. So now I'm going to do the thing that a lot of people hate when they see it. I'm going to unbox the special edition one because they'll be like, no, keep it in the packaging, you're losing all the value, oh my goodness. And yes, that is true, but I store my animatronics out of their box. I like to let them roam free throughout the night, rather than keeping them locked and confined into their boxes, which they do not like. I should know, I've asked them. So, let us get into our Captain Foxy, which does not want to let us come out. It's very nice, actually. The feet look exactly the same as the original Foxy. So I think this might just be a bit of a rework, but it's a very, very cool rework and has a lot of extra parts on it. It's a very tight little bit here, but there we go. We got it in the end. And now let us unleash Captain Foxy into the world. If we can. Alright, new idea. Feet first. We did it. And his things didn't even fall off. So this little jagged part here is hard plastic, but it feels a little bit softer than the rest of him, which is pretty cool. Okay, so the hand does not move. Do not try to move the hand. I just tried that there. At least I don't think it moves. I don't think that's movable. We've got the hook there. The jacket is not very movable at all. It does not allow for a lot of mobility, but you see that the legs and the knees do fully bend. And the head, a little stiff. And of course the hat is actually moulded into the figure, so it is not removable. Can we get you to do a salute? No, we can't. No. Okay. I was trying to get him to do a little pirate salute, but no, that is not the case. So it looks like that is the way that he is designed to stand, judging by the position of the arm. So let us activate that so that you can see a quick little glimpse round of Captain Foxy. And there he is in all of his splendour and glory. I was very, very happy that I got this because I was worried this was going to be one of the a lot of the exclusives, they're exclusive to America, which makes them very, very difficult to get hold of in the UK, where I am, particularly in Scotland, which is where I am from. So I'm very, very pleased to see this little Captain Foxy in there. I think he's a marvellous addition to my little collection of FNAF characters. So the next one we are going to look at, let's just stop you, Foxy, is the main character of the Dreadbear, of course, is going to be Dreadbear himself, Freddy, in his Frankenstein form. Again, no accessories. But there you see the back. The back is the same as the previous one. Has the 4 characters. Just has a little white thing here. Don't know what that is. It's weird. But must have been there when I bought this. When I got this. Turn this apart over here. And there we go. And And there is the good old Dreadbear himself. This reminds me a little bit of the Frost Bear figure, but obviously it's in a completely new mould. I have to be very careful with that bit there, making sure that I don't scratch the chest part. I don't think Freddy would be too happy if I did that. So I can already see there's a lot of pretty cool details in here, which we're going to look at in just a moment, once we get him out. There we go. So let's look at him up close first of all. So there we are. So as you can see, he's got stitching in his hat and in his ears. He's got royalty there. These are on a standard joint, as per usual. Same with every FNAF figure. If you've seen one FNAF figure, you've seen all of them. So this one, the hands do move. I thought they did. In fact, I kind of want to go back and look at that Foxy again, because I'm sure that hand's supposed to move. He's got a lot more mobility on the shoulder joint, because it's obviously not hindered by the shoulder tassels that Captain Foxy had. This part here is quite cool. They've put a lot of effort into the actual gear parts in the waist and into the legs. You can see there's a lot of pretty cool stitching, and even just on the leg parts and everything here. And even in the hand, there we go, yeah. There's a stitch across the hand as well. So they've really put a lot of detail and effort into this Dreadbear figure. So let us see the Dreadbear himself in his glory, and of course we need to fix the cameras. For some reason the autofocus just does not seem to work. You have to manual focus. I have to click that every so often, so if everything looks out of blur, it should only be like that for just a second until I realise by looking at the camera. And there you go, you can see the glory of the Dreadbear himself. As I just remove some of these bits over here. So, very cool figure. A lot more detailed than what I was actually expecting. So, that is pretty cool. I particularly like the bolts on the neck as well. I think that's a very cool, you know, Frankenstein kind of look. So, there we are. That is one happy full rotation of the Dreadbear. The next one we have to look at is Jacko Bonnie. Now we've got Jacko Bonnie, we've got Grim Foxy, but there is a Jacko Chica, but unfortunately Jacko Chica is a very, very expensive American exclusive that I didn't get at the time. So we do not have Jacko Chica. As you can see, the box is exactly the same, with the exception of the little bit at the bottom that says Jacko Bonnie. So unfortunately we do not have Jacko Chica to review. If anyone knows of somewhere that I can get Jacko Chica for a reasonable price and not a extortionate scalper price, then please do let me know. And I will get her and I will review it on the channel. And there we are. This is the Jacko Bonnie. So it's quite cool because the main body is actually it's translucent. It is clear, which gives a little bit of a kind of fiery effect, as Jacko Bonnie is supposed to have. And there we go. So let's look at Jacko Bonnie up close first of all. So you can see the translucent effect here in the upper body. Oh, this one has waist swivel, which they've never done before. So that is a brand new thing here. The claws remind me of the Nightmare animatronics a little bit. Very flexible for a Five Nights at Freddy's figure, which is pretty cool. The head is also translucent, less so than what the body. The body is much more clear, but the head you can see, and I'm not entirely sure, but is that the actual endoskeleton that you can see underneath? Because if so, that's pretty cool. The ears are not translucent, neither are the arms nor the legs, but I think I have to give them style points for the parts that they did do. So here we are, and let's just activate the turntable. That's supposed to be the faster one, but I don't think it is. But there you are. I'll... Camera, stop shaking. There you go. Giving the viewers at home a little bit of vehicular nausea or motion sickness. And yes, there we are. So there is our Jacko Bonnie. And now we are going to go into the Grim Foxy. Now, this one, you might have heard in the previous video, or if you've watched any of my other videos, that Foxy is one of my favourite characters. And this Grim Foxy is particularly cool because instead of a hook, he has a scythe on here. And of course, Grim Foxy is the one that protects the information that gives you the lead up to the Vanessa mask in the shed in his little minigame. So, this is a very, very cool figure. This was the one that I actually had the hardest time getting, strangely enough. The other ones were relatively easy enough. I had all of them on pre-order, and the company that I had them on pre-order with just didn't give them to me. Just didn't. Just said, no, they're delayed, and other people were reviewing it and saying, yeah, I got mine in, no, fantastic. I was like, well, where's mine then? And they were like, no, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, okay, well, then I won't use that company again. I don't particularly like to badmouth company, so I won't tell you exactly what one it is, but generally it's better to find a company that is reputable, that has a good reputation. So I'm going to have to be very careful here with this bit here, because this is right on the chest part there with Foxy. And these are just in refusal to cut. Come now, that's enough of that. There we go. Okay, there we are. We have our Grim Foxy. And there he is. There we go. So let's take a closer look at him. So there you see him with his scythe, and this one's a lot more flexible. In fact, actually, this one can almost, I mean, if his claw wasn't extended like that, this one could almost salute. So does the hook move? No, okay, the hook does not. The hook is molded into this part of the arm exactly like that. So once again, you can see through the chest part there, as you can see. The arms and legs are not see-through, same as Jacko Bonnie, but the head is see-through, and once again, there is a thing in there. So that could be the endoskeleton. And also the head has a little bit of movement up and down. It's on a ball joint. In fact, you can actually kind of see the ball joint underneath there. So that's pretty cool. He's in a really good pose. I really like what they've done with the face. Now, they could have just made this hollow and just had the jaws, but I think that would have maybe made it a little bit too fragile, which is why I think they've decided to have the jaws open. Does the body move? No, the body does not move on this one. However, it did with the Jacko Bonnie, so that is pretty cool. So can we put him into a cool little pose? Something like that, maybe? Rawr. There we go. The hook is a little bit off, so if we do something like that, then we sit you like there, and there we go. And now let's put the turntable on, so you can see him in all of his glory. And we only have one more, I say animatronic, to look at. You'll see why that's funny in just a second. Or anyone who's keeping track, if you know what the fifth one is. So it's a really, really cool set. Quite a few of them you see, they're very, very similar, but I really particularly like that Grim Foxy. I like the shoulders as well. It's pretty cool. It's just overall a very, very cool looking animatronic. And the way that they've done the fire effect, I mean obviously he's supposed to be on fire, which they can't actually do that with a figure. I think that's pretty cool. So the last animatronic is of course Glitch Trap. Now this isn't exactly Glitch Trap, I mean it's kind of Glitch Trap. I mean in terms of that it is, I mean if it was to be really Glitch Trap, I think they would have to make him translucent and green. But I think this is pretty cool that we now have the original version of William Afton, and this is probably the suit that he actually used to commit the murders in, or the initial one, before he created the Spring Bonnie outfit. So let us open this up. That's what I'm quite excited about. So this is only the second version of Afton from these. We have Springtrap, which you had to get from buying the original 5 animatronics, which was Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Golden Freddy. So that was how you got the first version of them, which is the full Springtrap version from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. But we never got, well, I mean we certainly don't have Burn Trap. We don't have Scrap Trap either. So yeah, it's quite cool that we do have Glitch Trap, of all things. So Glitch Trap, he initially shows up in FNAF VR. In fact, that's the only game he shows up in. But he is supposed to be William Afton. And the lore is a little bit fuzzy at the moment on whether... I mean, it seems, judging by the Princess Quest games, that the shoulder has came off there, but that is no problems. No worries at all. After all, William Afton will come back. He always comes back, regardless of how much you don't want him to. I've seen a lot of protests saying to please let the series move on without William Afton. Oh my goodness. Elbow just came off there as I was trying to get him into a bit of a pose. So, yes, there we go. It's quite cool. Like, I mean, the face is exactly the way that it's supposed to be. The way the hands are kind of in a creepy kind of movement thing. So, if you remember in the game, Springtrap kind of, or Glitch Trap, likes to sort of dance around. So, let's see if we can pose him like that. I'm not sure we will be able to, because the knee just doesn't allow... Oh my goodness, oh it does. Wow, there we go. That's a bit crazy. But let's put him into a little bit of a more standard regular pose. So this is a little bit weird there with that leg. So the inside part is there, and you can see that there's where the stitching comes from the side. In fact, let's bring him a little bit closer so that we can focus in. So this is the inside leg seam, which goes like that. But if you have it like that, then you've got this weird bit that goes up like this, which makes it almost look like this is supposed to be the front or the back of the knee, but it's actually the side. So that's a little bit cool. Once again, it has all this stitching and everything because this is just a handmade costume. The stitching reminds me a little bit of the Dreadbear, the way that they've done it. But this is very cool. I don't know if this is meant to be like a sort of 1960s kind of costume. I don't know how old this is supposed to be, or whether it's just supposed to be like a really bad 1980s one. Maybe this is just what Afton was using before he actually created the animatronics. Don't know. We don't know much about William Afton's backstory, although I would love to know. So Scott Cawthon, if you want to reveal that to us, that would be pretty nice. And let us check out good old Glitch Trap. let him spin around. Just taking care of some of the mess that I have created. Personally, I've always liked William Afton. He's always been, you know, a really cool villain. You know, like the fact that you don't know much about his backstory and that things have to be pieced together, I think is a pretty cool little concept. So there we have. We've done a full rotation. And now, just as a quick little fun thing at the end, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to put Mr. Afton there. And what say we reunite the Afton family? That sounds like a cool idea. So, first of all, we are going to need William Afton's wife, supposedly, Ballora. Or if it isn't actually his wife, it was definitely designed to be like her. We're of course going to need his daughter, which we're going to be using the scrap baby. I've got the regular baby as well. In fact, I've got two versions of baby. One is glow in the dark, but I thought this was more appropriate. If you are watching the Map Hat theories that are going on at the moment, and there's a little bit that kind of adds to this, then we could potentially have Michael Afton as Glam Rock Freddy, which there's no evidence saying that yet, but that is a possibility. Or if you want to go the other route, again with Map Hat theories, then Baby, who is Elizabeth Afton, could also be Vanessa, or Vanny. And of course the one that we don't have is Gregory. Of course we don't have a Gregory figure, but we do have a crying child ghost, which is the closest that we have. So I mean there's technically two babies there, or two Elizabeth Aftons, potentially. But there is the Afton family, all together, with their one, of course, head of the family, Springtrap himself, which I am very, very pleased to see that we have both of these, versions of William Afton. For anyone asking where this crying child comes from, it is the blind bags. I think it is the second set of blind bags, and he's unfortunately one of the rarer ones to get hold of, so not particularly easy to get, but very cool and fits perfectly with your Funko Pops if you can get them. But that is going to be the end of this video, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this little Five Nights at Freddy's unboxing. I certainly did. If you want to see more unboxing videos, or if you like any of the computer games that I do on the channel, or if you just want to watch some of us playing card games in the little shop, then please click that subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, click that notification icon so that you can actually tell when some of these videos go up. That is going to be it for this video, folks. Well, actually we do 2 videos a day. We try to do 2 videos a day. So if you don't see any videos, then it means that YouTube is hiding them from you. So please do take a quick look at that. Remember, you can also win a prize worth £100 if you leave a comment and your comment gets selected for the comment of the week. I know I've been neglecting the comment of the week, as it's been very naughty of me, but I've been very busy doing all these other things, including all these YouTube videos. But I will try to get back to it, and we will be giving away more prizes in the future. So we have plenty of that to look forward to. And that is now going to be it, folks. I hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.